Hello, beautiful people, lovers and dancers and tantrics. Welcome back to another episode of Erotic Wisdom. And this is very impromptu meditation on the holy darkness of your anus. So this is another rant, or we can also call it a solo cast. I think it's more trendy. Let's call it the holy rants of Mrs. Love on the divinity of your black hole. This is a mouthful. So, it is now known that the black holes in the cosmos are a generator of life. That out of the darkness come life and light. Darkness is always there. And what is the darkness in our own being? It's inside of ourselves. The body is dark inside. And yet is where everything happens. And that is a divine movement. And one thing that fascinates me a lot lately is how protective and ashamed we are of the divinity of our anus. And I teach a traditional tantric form of yoga asanas, called traditional tantra yoga. And in the practice, I invite the students over and over to relax their anus. And it's interesting because it took me a long while for me to even say this without a giggle and bring it to the class. Because I also thought, oh no, this is too extreme. The yogi are not ready for this. The yogi don't really want this. And then I thought, look at yourself, Val. Look, what are you doing? You're dismissing your own darkness. We are dismissing the anus and we confine it to perversion. That's why we confine it to perversion. So I've decided that it's going to be part of my teachings to bring the dark hole back into the light. The light of knowledge, the light of awareness. Because the anus just reflects our terror of being in a body, of being embodied, of being of the way, at the mercy of the body. The anus holds our fears, and that's why we don't want to talk about it. That's why we make it taboo. Because if we speak about our fear, they dissolve. And someone gain to keep us in fears. Because when we are afraid, we buy things. We buy insurance. Life insurance, medical insurance. We buy more outfits. So we don't have to confront ourselves with ourselves. We can dress our fears up. We can camouflage our fear. We can disguise ourselves and pretend we are someone else. And I don't have to look at the darkness of my own fear. And I don't have to look at my anus. And there is so much pleasure to be found in the anus. There is so much liberation that can be ignited once we look at our fear. Because when we stop being afraid, guess what? We can begin celebrate. When we stop being afraid of being alive, when we stop being afraid of life, we can actually truly live. Because dying is not going to be a problem anymore. We will take more risk. And we will show up more fully. And it all begins with the anus. So Start to become intimate with your anus. Include it in your daily practice of awareness. Don't breathe with your mouth only, breathe with your anus too. It's another opening on the opposite side of your being. If you are in the body of a woman, you have 2 of those openings. Wonderful. And if you are a man, you have 1. Wonderful. Use it. And notice how much we contract the anus, how much we hold on to the anus. It's tight, and we are tight. And we speak of people that are really tight in life, or they're so anal retentive. Or people that are afraid. We say, when I'm scared, I said, I shit myself. They're shitting themselves. We all are doing this. All of us, we are afraid. The majority of us. Yeah, maybe there are an exception of 1 or 2 of you. And so to begin to really relax your anus while you're driving, while you're at the shop, while you're doing yoga, especially while you're doing your spiritual practices. Because this is what's happening. We do spiritual practices and we ignore our sexuality, and even more the darkness of our anus is not even included. Even already there is taboo in sexuality, but then sexuality always regard penis and vagina, huh? And then the moment we bring the anus in, oh, it's perversion. Poor darling anus. So abandoned by all of us. So even right now, while you're listening to me, just relax your anus, include it, and relax your fear. Notice if your anus is tight, what are you afraid of? What are you worried about? What is unsettling you? Can you not relax right now where you are? Can you not relax in your job? In your intimacy? In your intimate relationship? Can you not relax in your household, within your context of your family? Observe and keep asking yourself why. What does it take for your anus to really relax for you in your life? What is it that you have to let go of? Shame? Yeah, that's a big one. We all have a lot of work to do around that. Shame and disgust about my body, how my body works, my body functionality. You know that without our anus we will die. We can live without sex. So, although it's an organ of tremendous pleasure, it's an organ of survival. If we don't expel, we die. It's so radical, and yet we never talk about it, and yet we keep it in the shadow. We keep ourselves in the shadow. We can't embrace ourselves fully until we embrace all our body parts. So if you want to survive well and thrive, you need to look where you're holding shame and disgust in your body. What are those parts? What are those organs? Maybe take a moment to look at your anus in the mirror. You can wink at it and learn to wink back. You know, there is a very important yogic practice. Now, don't quote me on this because it just came to me. I haven't even checked on a yoga book, on an asana book, but I think it's called Ashwini Mudra. It's where you just contract your anus without contracting your perineum, for the women, your vagina, testicles, and your urethra, which will be the clitoris and the tip of your penis. So go ahead and try it now. For many people, when we contract the anus, the whole pelvic floor contracts. Everything moves at once. But in truth, you can separate this into 3 defined movements. Clitoris, tip of the penis, urethra. That's one mudra. I don't remember the name of this one now. One individuated contraction. The other one, it's the perineum, the inside of the vagina, the testicles. And the third one is the anus alone. So go ahead and have fun. I'm going to leave you with this for today. This is just a quick holy dark rant about the sacred anus. And practice this yoga, the yoga of becoming intimate with the divine opening in your body. You know, in Kashmir Shaivaism, we consider one very important chakra in the body. We don't get lost with too many details and naming. We're looking at the greater opening that traverses our body from perineum to the crown of the head. It's a channel. We call that the cosmos. That all you have to focus on. But it's subtle. It's a subtle movement. So in the gross body, I like to look at the mouth and the anus or the vagina. But the anus is better because we all have it. So we don't have to have more separation. We all have a mouth and we all have an anus. And they can both open and breathe and connect us to the outer world. And so I want you to start thinking that when your mouth is open, your anus is open, and you can have flow the universe inside your anus, through the body and out of the mouth. You can carry the energy up your spine. The anus is really close to your tailbones. You can sense them merging, and bring the chi up the spine and out of the mouth. And from the mouth into space, and then from space inside, from the anus, suck it up, all the way up into the spine and out of the mouth. Relax the back of the neck, don't have to do much effort. Relax the whole body, let your body drop down into the holy black vortex that is your anus. Imagine it to be a black hole with a W before the H. Not just a hole, a whole is the totality of your being. A black dot that can expand and encompass your whole being and give you tremendous freedom. You can dance inside your fear. The point is not to close your fear away, contract around your fear, squeeze your buttocks. No. In Tantrism, we embrace the fear is there. How can we love it more? And so we embrace, we surrender. So you're feeling the fear, relax your anus, let the fear become all of yourself. Breathe into it, stay open, let it flow. Find space within the fear. And see if the hole, which creates a leakage of energy, fears are a leakage, the whole can become whole, the totality, and integration. And this is the process of empowerment, where you can gather more of your energetic self instead of leak out of it. And when you suck the energy up the anus, a lot of contemporary yoga will tell you to squeeze the pelvic floor muscle, Mula Bandha. Squeeze, squeeze. No. Don't squeeze. Because when you squeeze, you separate outer world from inner world. Don't squeeze. We don't want to separate. We don't want to control our inner energy and become wizard. The cosmos is the wizard. We want to join in. We want to blend in. with the magic that is already happening. There is nothing I, with my little ego, need to do, but I can surrender with the greater movement of reality that are already happening. So don't squeeze your anus to move energy, but suck it up like you sipping from a straw. Suck it up, upward. And this works for every woman that also are listening. When you're working with your yoni and the energy inside your yoni, don't squeeze. Suck it upwards, into the cervix, into the belly, into the heart, into the back of the body. And then out of the crown, out of the mouth. Suck it up. Exhale, relax. The movement of suction is in preparation of the next opening, like the surges of the ocean. When you suck it up, you don't close your anus completely. Never. Nothing never needs to be closed. Like in Tai Chi, you will never lock the joint. You always want the energy to be able to flow. Let the flow happen. So never close anything. Never lock anything. Never separate the inner body from the outer body of the planet, the body of reality. Inner reality, outer reality, forever together dancing. And so, suck it up, suck upwards. Don't close. Hold the breath, suspend, not hold also, don't lock the breath, suspend the breath. And then exhale out of the mouth, open the mouth, relax the anus, and have fun. Enjoy your life, enjoy your body. And maybe one day you can even learn to sing with your anus, to whistle with your anus. Oh my God, what an amazing wonderment of nature you could be. Have you ever thought about that? Please give me a call if you do that. I would really love to hear that. And so for today, I'm also going to leave you quickly like this. Make love with your whole being. Stay present. Keep on loving all of yourself, nothing excluded. And start to praise your holy darkness, your holy whole blessings. And remember, give me some rating on iTunes, some stars, and come find me on eroticwisdom.com. I love you. Ciao. Please note that I've put a link in the description of this episode for you to click and see where it takes you. It's a documentary called Whole. I was shot about 5 years ago by a very talented, award-winning South African filmmaker called Kali van der Merwe. And she was very brave and curious enough to go and film a variety of anuses with a wide-angle lens and created these spectacular, surreal, fascinating landscapes from our most intimate human places. So please don't miss out on this. I really want to encourage you to check it out. Take deep breath, make this your meditation on the fascinating wonderment of being alive in a body. Bless you. Ciao.